Hey guys, welcome in. It's your girl Kat on our beautiful Monday evening. So I like to call these our manifestation Mondays. We're going to pull some cards. I've got 3 decks for you tonight. So a little blow, put your energy into it as you blow away the past energies. And then we knock on the door of our spirit guides, ancestors, angels, goddesses, gods, whoever you believe in. And you ask a question, maybe multiple questions. What's been going on in my collective's life? What do they need to know? What's most prominent? So on our Monday and Wednesday readings, I keep it very neutral. So whatever comes in, it might be money, it might be love, but I don't pick any love specific decks. So again, if any of that comes up, then it's even more so prevalent in my opinion because not all of those cards are just about that topic. So that being said, let's see what the spirit guides have to tell you. One of these days I'm going to learn how to fan the cards beautifully. I'm feeling like this is the one. We're also going to do a tea reading. Okay, what does my collective need to know of their recent past? The Page of Wands. We have an explorer. Maybe you've been traveling. You've got inspiration in your heart. Maybe some ideas. But this is a time of self-discovery. Well, you've been going through that time, which is amazing. You're recognizing that you have limitless potential. And you're a bit of a free spirit, not a bit like you are. If you're traveling the world, then you're just like me, and we like to be free. We like the excitement and the spontaneity of life. So this is ruled by fire and earth. You may be a fire or earth sign or have it in one of your placements. But this is beautiful energy coming through. Okay, and what does the collective need to know about their present? The Tower, but in reverse. Okay, this is beautiful. This is like personal transformation. There still is a bit of a fear here, fear of change and letting go. We do need to release that. It's like we're delaying the inevitable. Depending on how much you want to delay this, it could mean more internal suffering, a deeper collapse of our external reality, right? If something wants to die, you gotta let it go, so to speak. So this is a bit of a stormy time right now, especially in comparison to our previous time of excitement and exploration and self-discovery. But you still are relentless and you're going to make it through this tower, especially since it's in reverse. It's not like as much chaos. It's just a bit of this lack of acceptance of this transformation happening currently. So you're like trying to push it off, probably, or being restless to that energy, but you've got to accept it. It is what it is. We're stepping totally into the fire energy here with Mars. This card is ruled by the number 16. That might be significant to you, or what it reduces to, which is 7. It's all about change and options. So you can't resist this change. It's here. It's not coming. It's here. You're probably feeling it already. All right. Let's see. I'm getting 16 days. 16 days, 16 weeks tops, but really 16 days. Something important is going to happen in 16 days since this is your present position. And our future. We have the Magician in reverse, so we're still not fully stepping into your power of manifestation. Maybe you're working with the ego a little bit too much, and rather than working with a humble nature within you, you are leaning more towards the manipulative aspects. So, I'm just, whatever's coming to me. Let's just say this may not be, a good example for you, but within a love relationship, rather than letting it take its natural course and rely on divine timing and manifesting your desires, you may be manipulating the situation to get what you want right now. Or that could be in the workplace as well. So try not to lean in towards the ego direction. This could also represent maybe some poor planning with this manifestation that you're calling in, but it stems from insecurities and a lack of confidence. Don't fall into the narcissistic tendencies here. You have untapped talents, and rather than using manipulation tactics, you can literally just tap into those talents of yours and utilize your strength and your wisdom to get towards success within all of your endeavors. But this is represented by the number 1, which is all about beginnings of new projects and creative outlets. So just make sure that we are planning properly and go into things with confidence and knowing that you have what it takes to bring this success in, and you don't have to utilize the ego for that. That is represented by air signs. So air, earth, and fire coming up here. No water just yet. What about our what's at hand? So give me a little bit of clarifier for this entire situation. Okay, might have to do with love or lack of self-love. Therefore, we've got the 3 of Swords, but in reverse. So it's usually representing a heartbreak, but this could be more of an internal agony here. Like there's a lot of negative self-talk. This is saying that we really need to release some pain here. A bit of self-forgiveness or forgiveness towards whoever it was that hurt you, and to look towards the optimistic viewpoint here. You are in recovery and you're moving forward, you're moving on, and that's a good thing. I know it hurts, but just remain positive through this. I'm actually happy that it's not in the upright. So it's letting me know that we're not in full grief or sorrow right now. I know that there's still some emotional pain, but it's more so stemming from internal now. Yeah, I'm really getting like all of this negative self-talk and having to forgive yourself for your actions, your wrongdoings, or your old patterns and tendencies here. You've got to release that pain. We're stepping forward into a new life, a new dimension, right? But I like this. You are in recovery. It's okay if we felt like, we once had all of this inspiration and this free spirit, and then now we've gone through a bit of the night of this dark night of the soul with this tower. We're feeling like this transformation is pretty intense here. If we've got some broken heart energy, negative self-talk, and a delay in all of the things that we're trying to manifest into our lives, whether it be love or financial success or recognition in your industry and your business. But you do have these untapped talents here. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's take a sip of tea. Oh. I'm stirring counterclockwise just to release any old energy. Ooh, and I spilled. So we've got a wish coming in. Some abundance is flowing through here if our cup is overfloweth. And then calling the new energy in. Cheers. You bring your energy into the cup. Keep asking your questions, whatever it is that you need to know. I'm really kind of at a loss on this reading right now. Like, I'm not fully knowing if this is about love or business. Or if it's just like seasonal depression that we're going through. But let's see. Let's get some more clarifiers. So I'm using an oracle deck. It's my clarifying life situations deck. We're going to see if it can tell me a little bit more about whatever energy I'm tuning into. I do have a bigger collective now, which I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm almost at 700 subscribers, which is crazy to me because you start with 0 and then all of a sudden you've got hundreds of people that watch you, and that's so beautiful and amazing. So I am humbly grateful and love all of you guys, and thank you for entrusting me and sharing your energy. Okay, this one's coming out to me. Let's see what we've got. Let's clarify this what's at hand card. So for the entire situation over the 3 of Swords. Tide of transition. All right, we've got 2 lovers here. We're both embracing each other, the masculine and the feminine, but we're in the ocean. So there's obviously a lot of turbulence here. The ocean is giving them a lot of rough waves, but they are still embracing each other with forehead to forehead, so third eye to third eye. It's telling me that you're still like energetically connected to this lover or this past lover, but obviously we've gone through a heartache. I feel like maybe one energy is moving on and the other is in recovery, or that may be the case for both of you. But one person's having a little bit more negative self-talk, and you may both be, still releasing this pain and trying to forgive yourselves or one another. The number 3 is all about like creativity or reconciliation. Usually it is in reverse, so we haven't come into a reconciliation here. That's telling me that's why we're still dealing with some heartache. So the card says, embrace the tides of change with openness, allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transformation into love and work. So this is about love and work. We like that. Yeah, there we go with the word change again. So we're coming into a big transition of change. And the ebb and flow is all about the waves, right? So we're just having to navigate these deep emotions that obviously cut into the heart space, and mentally in the past, even though we were feeling free with excitement and inspiration, something happened in love and work to where it felt like it all came crashing down with this tower. Although the fact that it's in the reversal lets me know that you did recognize, you were conscious of the fact that this is a personal transformation and that you have to go through these transitions. Of course, it's not a great feeling to know that it put you into some physical delays and you're still dealing with this suffering of the collapse of maybe some business ideas or this relationship. It is a bit of a stormy time with these rough waves here, but that is the flow of life, right? We do have to honor the ebb and flow and allow it to guide the transformation rather than let it challenge it. So, right, we're trying to ride the waves, find the buoyancy since they are without a boat. But it's telling me you do energetically still support one another. There's definitely still care there since they're arm in arm. Okay, let's see what we've got going on. I'll just show you guys both of those. To clarify our Page of Wands in the mental placement, also in a past. Dream Weaver. Yeah, you're definitely a dreamer. You have a very creative mind and you had a lot of ideas. The word inspiration's coming up again. Dreaming and imagining bring your powerful vision into reality. So even if you failed, you got to get back to it. This girl's got her eyes closed here in the picture, and the wind's kicking up. It seems to be like a storm is brewing, and all of the flowers in the field that she's in are being whisked up into the air, and they are flowing around her. But it's a very like magnetic, magical energy, almost like as if she's creating this storm. So whatever you're trying to create in your life right now with these business ideas, you have to keep it going. This is a powerful vision for your reality. Visualizations may be a really good tool for you. So even though we might currently be going through this tower where some of our ideas came to a collapse and we've got to start over again, and you don't feel like you have the power stepping into the future, and that you may need to resort to the ego and manipulative tactics to get to what you want, but you don't. We don't ever want to go into that narcissistic tendency. Or maybe you were dealing with somebody who resorts to that, and let that be a lesson for you that you don't want to do what they're doing to bring this vision to reality. It's a beautiful card. Yeah. Both of you guys were in this. For the lovers, for any of the collective who this is speaking to you about this relationship, we were once like this together. And then in the recent past, that could be a few weeks, a few months, this happened to where, notice how they're both facing in opposite directions. So one of you or both of you decided to walk away, create a separation, and go on your own path. This Page of Wands was recognizing that he wanted freedom. He wanted to explore, whether that be new ideas or whatever life has to offer. He was in this self-discovery time within his life. And again, I'm talking about energies. I'm just telling you what's depicted on the card. This is a masculine on the card, but you may as well be a feminine who defines as the masculine energy. So whatever is calling to you, use your discernment, and it's whatever resonates, because roles can always be reversed. But this woman, even though maybe she or he is going through this hard time in the heart space, because ultimately what's at hand in the present is we want this. We want to come together through this tide of transition. The woman is actually finding her empowerment as well through this separation. She's recognizing that she creates her reality through this imagination and her dreams. Maybe your dreamscape speaks to you. Look up what your dreams mean. But it's actually a very beautiful thing that both parties decided to take that separation. Let's see if they come back together in this tide of transition. Let's clarify over the Tower. Inner vision. So both people are currently seeing this inner vision. Wow, this person on the card, it's a close-up of their iris, which is so unique. We each have different irises, and they're looking out onto the world. I can't see exactly what they're looking at. Almost looks like a fence. Or maybe, yeah, it feels like a fence that they're looking at, which tells me that there's some kind of block still. All right, it says, cut through the fog of confusion with your power of discernment. I just said use your discernment. Cut through the fog of confusion. Yeah, that's giving that fence energy. There's still somebody here that doesn't quite understand this delay, or hasn't fully figured out why they're going through this personal transformation. They're still holding on to some fear of change and suffering. But this is letting you know you do have the power, even though the magician's in the reversal. You or your significant other does have the power to manifest anything into their reality. And a reminder that could be positive or negative. So really be careful with that. But you have the power to cut through this fog of confusion and to see what's real. Find this inner vision. This tower moment was for a reason, for you to find this vision. And clarifying the magician in our future. Okay, this makes sense. You still got a rough road ahead of you, but I like that there's a clear path now. It says, prepare carefully before you continue, for it is a long journey ahead. It is a very rocky road. I'm just going to pull out this Page of Wands again. It feels like he's about to embark on this exact journey. So you see his terrain. It's very similar of a terrain. And he's got his walking stick and he's preparing. Yes, it's a rough road, but I don't want you to get scared of that. Don't be scared or fearful of that change, because you've got the vision, you've got the power. Where was that other word that was coming up to me? This rough road. It says prepare. Prepare. Where was it? Poor planning with the magician. So it's just a cautionary, let's just say, road sign for you. The universe is letting you know that it's going to be a rougher road if you don't, create a plan for yourself. Have a plan. Be confident with this. Don't walk into this with insecurities or any ego. Just know that you are equipped for anything that comes your way as long as you're prepared for it. I feel like I still need clarifiers. This is not enough for me. I want to keep going. We're going to do another pull with the tarot and reshuffle. And let's see what just comes out here. I'm going to do slightly different. Oh, there we go. Oh, a little. Is that too many? Or let's see. Is that just enough? Maybe we got an extra. Okay, we got an extra, but this is good. This is good. Clarifying with the King of Cups, with the Star, the Temperance. Oh, gosh. Judgment. All right, guys. Well, we're getting real here. All right. Clarifying with the King of Cups. This is for our what's at hand, so the entire situation. We are finding emotional balance through compassion, which I love, a very diplomatic mindset and a heart-forward approach. We have control. This is like a supportive leader. He's very empathetic and tolerant, giving me Pisces energy with all of the waves underneath him, but he's got a secure, solid foundation underneath his throne, a cup in one hand and a scepter in the other. So he's got power and emotional control. Also wisdom with this crown over his head. Aquarius and Pisces are coming up here. That makes sense. So somebody, especially the masculine energy, is finding this emotional balance within this tide of transition. Notice the waves underneath both. So even though they were going through a lot of self-talk and forgiveness, whether that's self-forgiveness or of their partner, they are recognizing that they need to be optimistic. They're in recovery mode and moving forward, moving on, possibly. from this love dynamic? All right, cheers. I'm already at the 25-minute mark, so I'm going to continue this reading and end it with the tea. Follow me over there. Again, this is my channel, Pure Premonitions. This is Manifestation Monday, part 1. I'll see you over in part 2. Bye, guys.